Rusty, I'm going to assume, if you're like most of my customers, you've done a ton of research on the internet,
A ton.
which makes you extremely prepared. Thank you for that. Now, you've picked out a vehicle that you saw on our website. And I'm going to guess that before you got to our website, you probably were on a few other websites as well.
A few.
And if our price hadn't been fairly attractive, I'm going to guess we wouldn't be having this conversation.
I wouldn't be here.
Okay. Do you have any questions about our price?
Yeah, I was kind of wondering how much more I can get knocked off of it in order, if this is the vehicle I want to buy.
If it turns out this is the vehicle you want to buy, that is a perfectly normal question to ask. And I'm going to guess this is not your first rodeo in that you've purchased vehicles before, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I'm also going to guess that you're probably a pretty adept negotiator. Because basically in the past, you've had to be a good negotiator to get yourself a fair price or a good discount from a dealer, correct?
Yep.
Okay. When you've had to go through the negotiation process, how much fun did you have, Rusty?
I had a lot of fun, actually.
You know, I don't hear that often, but I do hear it from, by the way, I'm being very honest, I do hear it from time to time.
Yeah.
There are some people out there who just love the pain of negotiating with a car dealer, and they're the same type of people that would like to have their wisdom teeth pulled out several times a year. Okay? But let me ask you this. If you could end up at the same place that you have in the past with your negotiating, but get it done a whole lot faster, would that make sense?
Yeah, time's money.
Well, absolutely. And you're going to be glad to know that things have changed rather dramatically just in the last year. When's the last time you bought a car?
About 3 years ago.
Okay. Well, even it's changed dramatically in the last 3 years. And all the changes that have taken place are really good for you, the consumer. In fact, you win on every single front. Now, you already told me that our price had to be fairly attractive, but you, like most people, are wondering how much lower we could go or how much lower somebody else could go. And again, that's perfectly natural. But fact of the matter is, because of the internet, you got to look at a lot of different prices on like vehicles, didn't you? Okay? And that brought you here. But still there is that question, how much more is there to knock off? My answer to that is going to be probably nothing. Now, how can I say that? Well, first of all, we don't price our own vehicles anymore. When I got in this business, Rusty, every Monday morning, a bunch of managers would get together in a smoke-filled room, and they'd come up with that week's pricing. All right? And that week's pricing always had lots of fluff built in. Okay? But guess what? Consumers caught on to this about 45 years ago. So they would come in, they would offer us a really low price. We had started high, and guess where we'd end up?
Somewhere in the middle.
Somewhere in the middle. You've been there, done that. Consumers hate it, and quite frankly, we salespeople hated it as well. Now things have changed. Now software prices our vehicles. What do I mean software prices our vehicles? Well, guess what? You've been enjoying software priced products for about 15 or 20 years. You just probably didn't know it. You ever bought an airline ticket?
Yeah.
Software priced it. Stayed in a hotel room?
Yeah.
Software priced it. Been to a grocery store? Software priced every single product on every single shelf there. Gasoline stations. Software prices the gas. Software prices the food at Chick-fil-A and McDonald's. Now software is pricing our vehicles, new and used. And the way it works is it takes our entire inventory, matches it up against every other like vehicle out there, new or used, and then comes to us with a market price. We choose to be at or below the market because we're a volume store. So, you were a winner before you ever set foot on our property, Rusty, because if we didn't make you a winner, you wouldn't get here. If we don't pre-discount our vehicles, our phones don't ring, our email inboxes don't fill up, and nobody shows up. This is going to be the single most spectacular purchase experience of your entire life because it's going to be fast, it's going to be easy, it's even going to be fun. But the first thing we need to do is make sure that the vehicle is right, because if the vehicle's wrong, there's no such thing as a good deal of any sort, correct?
That's right.
Follow me, my man. Let's go check it out.
Okay.